and welcome back to my channel. So obviously if I filmed a morning skincare routine, I had to film an evening skincare routine. And I decided to film one on a day where I was just gonna do kind of my normal evening skincare. So not necessarily doing any crazy masks or treatments or that kind of stuff. And you know, if you guys are interested in seeing like on days when I want to do more of like an at-home facial, if you want to see a video on that, let me know down below. It's something that I think would be probably fun to film, but I figured that if we're talking like morning and evening routine, I want to do kind of the basics, what I would do on most days. So as always, I am not an expert. I am just somebody who is very interested in skincare, who has done some research on my own, but I definitely do not know by a long shot all there is to know about skincare. I am still doing more research, and actually in the past like week and a half or so, I really dived back into the research aspect of skincare by following and watching a bunch of videos from some different skincare people. I like to get sort of a different range of things. So obviously you guys know that I am really into Korean skincare, and so I tried to find some YouTubers who really focus more on the Korean products, but I also want to see about some more Western skincare and also just more like research on the ingredients and that kind of stuff. So I do also watch some videos in that range. So if we're kind of looking at the Korean beauty side of things, I would say that James Welsh is probably the one who like really focuses on K-beauty. I would say that Beauty Within is kind of in the middle. They do a lot of K-beauty stuff, but they do have some Western brands, and they are really focused more on educating people about their skin and about the ingredients and that kind of stuff in their skincare. And then more on the Western side, but you know, obviously still with, you honestly really can't talk about skincare without like touching at least a little bit on K-beauty. So kind of more on the Western side of things and like really focusing on the science behind everything is Skincare by HYRAM. And definitely I have currently been obsessed with all of HYRAM's videos because he does promote, you know, like really solid ingredients, not a lot of fragrance, and you know, looking at having sort of a minimal skincare routine that works really well, which obviously, as you're going to see in the video, I do not have a minimal skincare routine. Maybe one day. I currently do not. So for all the products that you're gonna see, I do try not to put on like 1,000 of them every single night, but like just be warned, I am not actually on the minimal side of things, and there are definitely a few products that I've got that after having, you know, done a little bit more research on these, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, maybe I don't buy that again, but I'm gonna try and like, I wanna use up everything. So if you see something like, sorry, but this is just kind of what I've been playing around with. Again, I am not an expert by any means, so definitely check out some of these channels that I've talked about who go a little bit more in depth and do more product reviews and like really look at the ingredients. So I would say Beauty Within and Skincare by HYRAM really do that side of things, whereas James Welsh, he does look into that a little bit, but he's more on like product reviews and figuring out what has worked for his skin. So that was a long intro. Let's get to the skincare routine. Okay, so I hope you guys will forgive me. In order to have decent light for filming, I am filming this in like early afternoon, so I am not about to go to bed. Just want to put that out there, but as you can probably tell, my bathroom is not very big and there's no way I would get actual lighting in here in order to film at night. So, you know, full disclosure. But this is what I would actually do in the evening. Obviously today I will probably have to wash my face again, because if I put sunscreen back on to go for a walk later, I'll have to wash that off. But this is kind of like my basic skincare routine, what I would normally do most nights when I'm not doing general treatment. So first thing is, obviously I take off my watch because I just hate feeling like water under that, you know what I mean? Also, I changed into a different shirt because the like bat sleeves on that other shirt, while very pretty, are not really conducive to not making a gigantic mess when I'm washing my face. So first up, we need, our products. All right, and take the glasses off because obviously I can't wash my face with those on. So I have been using this cleansing oil for 2 years, something like that. It's actually one of the few cleansing oils that I could initially find here in France, and it is it's a Japanese brand, DHC. I actually love it, and even though I do have a cleansing oil that I got in Korea, obviously this one I bought more recently, so I haven't used as much of it, but I actually prefer this one. So I'm going to use up the one that I got in Korea, but I think this is actually the one that I'm probably going to repurchase because I really just like it so much. So we do like 2, because I actually do have makeup on because I filmed. Oops, so let's get ready to see some raccoon eyes. So if you saw my morning routine video, I actually did basically the exact same makeup. This is literally just my everyday makeup that I do, so this would be exactly how I would take off the makeup look I did in that one. This is how I would take it off. So we do our little double cleanse. Oh my gosh, and this feels so weird because I literally just put my makeup on like 3 hours ago to start filming. But you know, the things we do for YouTube. So I do not recommend washing your face this frequently, though I normally wouldn't. All right, so let's see if we did a good job. So I do like to massage it all around. Focus on my nose. So I do have like facial massage, I literally can never say that right, facial massage tools. But if we're talking like really like kind of basic skincare at night and the stuff that I do most frequently, I don't actually do it every single night. So, all right, I think we got that around enough, and we're gonna do lukewarm water. I did, because I'm like opening my eyes to talk to you guys, I 100% got oil in my eyes, which is not the most comfortable thing, but normally just doesn't irritate. So the first step is you get some water on to emulsify, and then we rinse off. So first cleanse is done, and actually that cleanser normally doesn't irritate my eyes at all, but because I kept like opening and closing my eyes to talk to you guys, it did get a little bit of oil in my eyes, so it was kind of irritating. But next up, actually, let me show you. Next up, I'm doing the same cleanser I did in the morning. I'm doing a really light cleanser today because I know I'm gonna have to wash my face again later tonight, but I do often use that, and I save the baking soda one that I have for when I really wanna like go in and get the pores, but we're okay. So, cleansing for the second time. Let's make sure we get everything off and rinse. So one of the things that I have had to really remind myself of is not using too hot of water. So pat dry, up. So I definitely used to use much hotter water when I wash my face, and I try really hard not to do that. I do still have my shower pretty hot, so I feel like that's probably enough, but I really make an effort to do kind of more lukewarm water, and then sometimes in the summer I actually like sort of the refreshing feeling, so I'll kind of knock it over to cold, not like cold, but like just kind of on the cold side of lukewarm, and splash my face with that before I dry my face so that I get that extra little bit of just like refreshing kind of coolness. I don't think it actually does anything, it just feels good. So we got out a little cotton pad. I need to clean off my drying rack because I actually did wash a bunch of these. So we're gonna do this one. So I have this Dr. G Red Blemish Clear Soothing Toner, and I know if you are a HYRAM disciple, toner doesn't do anything. I understand, that's totally fine. I just like the self-care side of it, plus I have all of these products, so obviously it would be a gigantic waste if I didn't use them. So yeah, I do use my toner, so just kind of wipe it on gently, and then we're gonna let that soak in a little bit, and I'm gonna do essence in a second, but we're gonna let that kind of soak in a little bit more because, you know, don't want to go in too fast. Oh my gosh, I have like a tiny bit of mascara under. There we go. Sometimes I really should, with the mascara that I use, I really should do a second oil cleanse just around my eye area to get that out, and I honestly forget, which is not ideal. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. So, a little bit more of the essence, palm of my hand, and press on. Get the neck a little bit too. There. Okay, so, and I always wipe it on my hands because, you know, it's not whatnot. Plus, that's another thing that, since a lot of times we don't intentionally put sunscreen on the back of our hands, like obviously we get it on the front when we're applying it, that, you know, we're gonna like see signs of aging there faster, and so I heard a tip from somebody saying, you know, any leftover products you have, just like rub them into your hands. So why not? Anything that's like more of a chemical, like a chemical exfoliant, if I get some on my hands for whatever reason, I will wash my hands. But like creams and toners and that kind of stuff, like I just kind of rub that in. So next step, I actually will usually do this Time Revolution Night Repair Probio Ampoule for nighttime. However, because it is the middle of the afternoon and I'm gonna probably go for a walk later and I need to put sunscreen back on, I'm actually not gonna use this, and I'm gonna just use my Buffet serum. So normally I would use this at nighttime, but because it's a very specific night one, I don't wanna like accidentally do it and have it be something that would react weirdly with SPF or the sun. So this is actually just the ordinary Buffet, and this is one that I tried several years ago and I recently got again, and I just really like it for kind of a basic serum. So do some little droppy drops. Whoops. And get the forehead. Get in the neck. There we go. Whoop. Okay. And again, get on the hands. Now, it's always a jigsaw puzzle getting everything to fit back into my little container because it's quite full. So I'm gonna let that soak in a little bit. Just gotta wait. So I am going to go in with eye cream, and I do keep it in my little skin fridge because I just like how it feels. I don't think it necessarily makes any real difference, but I do like how it feels. And again, this is one that I got in Korea. This is the Neko 7 Days Perfect Hair Solution Eye and Serum. And yeah, it's one that I grabbed. It's literally the only eye cream I have, and it's a huge tube, so it's lasted me a really long time. I honestly feel like I've barely made a dent into it, so you know. So, little bit of eye cream. There we go. And so our last step is, this is Diadermine, which is a French brand as far as I know, the Purely Essential Crème de Nuit Réparatrice, and it's just like a general night cream. I have the day cream as well, and I feel like this is just a little bit thicker. So I'm probably almost out of this one. Like honestly, I can feel this bottle is much lighter. So I think what I'm gonna do is whenever I finish the day cream, I'll just end up using this one for day as well, because I don't feel like it's really that much thicker for nighttime. So I usually do like a squirt or two because it is a little thicker and not a lot comes out initially. So, whoop. And I like to get it on my neck too, which means you need a little bit more. So we're gonna just do some night cream. Whoop. And whoop. All right. And I don't know if you're supposed to, but a lot of times if I have extra eye cream, I'll just like press it over my lips. And I always end up putting on a lip balm anyway because I can't stand having dry lips. It's one of those things. So any extra cream, putting into our hands. So yeah, that is like my very simple nighttime routine. Simple for nighttime routine. I don't know what I just said, but that is my very simple nighttime routine, and that's like when I'm not going to do any sort of treatment. So, you know, I'm not going to do any sort of like chemical exfoliant, a mask, like either a sheet mask or a clay mask or a night mask or any of those kind of things. And I figured that like to go with my morning routine video made the most sense. If you guys are interested in seeing some like combinations of things I do at night, again, not a doctor, just things I do. I definitely, after having watched some more videos on YouTube, I do think that some days I over mask or over treat, so I'm really working on trying to do that. But in terms of general nighttime skincare, that is what I do, and as you can see, like nice and like dewy. I definitely go for like the dewy, not the matte look. So yeah, we are going to head back over to past Caitlin doing the outro because I will still be wearing makeup at that point. And yeah, there you have it. Okay, so as you guys saw in the clip with my skincare routine, that I do have a couple of steps that I go through. I do really like the K-Beauty style of double cleansing. It's something I do every single day. I actually will double cleanse even if I don't have makeup on, usually because I have SPF on, but also because I find it really does help with my pore area. You know, just one of those things, and it's also just really refreshing. So obviously, as you can see, I did film my outro before I did my skincare just because I figured it would be nice to have an outro with makeup, although it doesn't really matter. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions about my skincare, I will try and link all the products that I used down below. And if you are interested in looking at sort of my whole collection, you can check out my Korean makeup haul? No, what did I call it? My Korea haul, basically. So what I got when I was in Korea, because the vast majority of the products that I am currently using are from back when I visited Korea, and I've just been using them for the last 8 months or whatever. I do have a couple of things that I've gotten other places, so if I did, so I will link those down below, but if you want a list of the different stores that I checked out, definitely check out that haul video. I will link it up top, whatever side it shows up on. And yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, if you guys want to see more skincare stuff, obviously I am not here to educate you about skincare, but if you guys are curious about what things I do, the products I've used and the products I like, or I don't know, a facial video, let me know down below. I obviously would love to talk more about skincare on this channel because it is something I am definitely obsessed with. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and are actually watching my end screen and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would. There's a little button right there for you to do it. And if you're interested in watching some more of my videos, I have links to 2 of my older videos off to the left there, so you can check those out if you would like to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.